All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is John Wayne, and today we're going to discuss part 2 of 3 of the Government Gold video series, How to Sell to the Government. And today's subject is what is. So we're going to go through all the systems and explain what is each of these systems right here on the John Wayne Show. Starting with Dun & Bradstreet. In order to sell to the government, you have to have a Dun & Bradstreet number. Dun & Bradstreet is not the government. They're private third-party for-profit. Their website is dnb.com. From my understanding, Dun & Bradstreet is still currently required. Well, it is still currently required to register with the government because you have to have a Dun & Bradstreet number in order to take the next step. You can do that at dnb.com. It does not cost a fee unless you want to expedite it. DNB does provide an expedition service where they can get your registration done quicker for a fee, or you can register and wait up to 30 days to get that number. That DNB number is a 9-digit number, and that will define who you are based on your business, based on your information on your articles of incorporation. Next item up for bid is login.gov. Login.gov is a system that the government has created to securely log into government systems. And that is login.gov. And login.gov, once you have your Dun & Bradstreet number, you would create an account in login.gov. Login.gov is going to associate with your cell phone or your email. So every time you log into a government system, it's going to force you to log into login.gov. And there it's going to send you a text to your phone with a code or an email with a code to log in. Next item up for bid, we have S.A.M. S.A.M is the System for Awards Management. S.A.M was created in 2012, if I remember correctly, and S.A.M was a system where old systems would be migrated into it. S.A.M.gov. It is a government system because it is a .gov, so any .gov or .mil is an actual government system. S.A.M is where you would register your business to do business with the government. You can do S.A.M on your own. There's no fee, or you can pay an attorney, or you can pay a private for-profit third party to do it for you. And if you need a referral to one of those companies, let me know. I can refer you. Beta.sam.gov is a part of S.A.M. They're going to be migrating those together eventually. And it's the system where you actually find contracts to bid on. Beta.sam.gov. That's what it looks like. In order to utilize beta.sam.gov, you would sign in, and then you would be able to search for opportunities. By simply hitting search and looking in the system. It's going to show you contract opportunities that are open for bid, and also contracts that have been awarded, etc. FPDS, Federal Procurement Data System. Federal Procurement Data System is also a government database, and FPDS is where the government shows that they've hired women and minorities and veterans, 8As, hub zones, etc. FPDS.gov was migrated into S.A.M, so it is a part of S.A.M now, but it does still work, unlike some of the other systems that they migrated that do not work anymore. Simply put in a keyword and search, and you can look at opportunities that have been awarded based on the date signed, so it shows the most recently awarded, or also by action obligation, which shows the largest. Contract awarded on October 13th for 2020 for $480 million for COVID. And that is Federal Procurement Data System. Sometimes it doesn't work because it has been migrated. It didn't work for a while, and then they brought it back again for some reason. FPDS is one of my favorite databases. When you search in here, you have to delete the information that's already in the easy search box. Next item up for bid is DSBS. DSBS is the Dynamic Small Business Search. Dynamic Small Business Search is a system where you can register. When you register with S.A.M, you can, in that process, you can click a link and also register in the DSBS. The DSBS is where the government can search for you by keyword. There's no other systems, not that I know of, that allow the government to search for you as a registered vendor by keyword. All the other systems work by NAICS codes, PSEs, or FSC code. So it's important that you do your DSBS while you process your S.A.M registration. Again, DSPS is a government agency. If you need help with it, you don't want to do it yourself on your own for free, you can pay an attorney or a private for-profit third party. And if you need a referral, let me know. S.A.Spending.gov is another database that tracks where the government spends money. The government does not track every purchase in all systems. There are, of course, top level spending, top secret, or high security spending that you're not going to find in a lot of these systems. But these systems do provide you with the general outlook of how the government spends money, who they spend it with, and what they spend it on. Next item up for bid. The DLA is the Defense Logistics Agency. The DLA is one agency that buys, and they buy on a grand scale. The DLA is typically the largest purchaser with the government because that covers the VA, that covers our military, etc. DIBS, which is the DLA's Internet Bid Board system, is a system where some purchases are required that you utilize to submit your bid. After you've created your Dun & Bradstreet and your SAM and you get a cage code and all that, then you can register with DIBS. You have to wait in some cases for them to send you a postcard in the mail with a code on it to complete the registration. So you want to do it as soon as possible once you have your cage code and your DUNS number and all that. Number 10, cage.dla.mil is a database that the government can also use to search you. It's the DLA search engine. FBO, or Federal Business Opportunities. This little dandy system was one of my favorites. It did Boolean logic. It had a lot of buzzers and whistles. It was a great system, but the government migrated it into beta.sam.gov, and you cannot use it directly anymore. You have to go through beta.sam.gov to use it, which in my opinion was a travesty because FBO is a great system. Next, we have G.S.A. G.S.A. is the General Services Administration, and even though G.S.A.gov is the website and it is a .gov, G.S.A. is not the government. They're a private for-profit third party. They work with the government. They are a government middleman, but they're not actually the government themselves. You can search for vendors in G.S.A. under the G.S.A. library, which is gsa.library.gsa.gov. That lets you search vendors to see who your competition is, who's registered, and what schedules they're on. G.S.A. Advantage, gsa.gov, blah, 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 is a site where government purchasing agents can buy from you as long as you're registered in that database. HubZone. HubZone is a historically underutilized, and I just misspelt that, underutilized business zone. HubZone, you can search to see if you're in a HubZone by simply searching HubZone map, HUBZONEMAP. Go to the SBA's link. Don't go to an ad. You can search an address in here. And it'll tell you it's not qualified right there. It's not far from being qualified. This is a HubZone right here. So any property that is dark gray or red or blue or has stripes or dots or anything like that is a HubZone. HubZones are one of the set-asides like woman-owned, minority-owned, veteran-owned, 8A, etc. But your HubZone is a set-aside that actually has something that's called the Rule of 10, which no other certifications do. And that's awesome stuff. That's awesome sauce because I'll show you right here. These are the set-asides. So 23% is guaranteed to small businesses, 5% to minorities, 5% to women, 5% to veterans, 3% to disabled veterans, 5% to 8As, and 3% to HubZones. HubZones have the least amount of competition, and HubZones also have the 10% rule, meaning your quote can be up to 10% higher than your competitors who are not HubZone vendors, and the government can still buy from you. A lot of purchasing agents don't know that, and when you bring that to their attention, you're making their job easier. They're going to be happy that you pointed that out. 8A. 8A is a certification for people who have been discriminated against. There's 15 core eligibility requirements to qualify, but the main thing is this: you have to be able to prove that you've been discriminated against as a woman or a veteran or minority or for religious purchases, what have you. If you can prove discrimination and you meet the other 14 core eligibility requirements, you could qualify for an 8A. And it's a great set aside because it also has very little competition. WSB, Woman-Owned Small Business. Woman-Owned Small Business is another certification that you can do. There's no fee to do it unless you want to pay someone, an attorney or a private for-profit third party. Like I said, if you're interested in that, let me know. I can refer you to one. These are the requirements to do a WSB. This list was updated in 2017, so it may be additional requirements now, but this is just a general idea of the documents required to submit your WSB or your EDWSB, which we're going to go over here in a second. VOSB is a veteran-owned small business. So if you're a majority owner of your business, at least 51% or majority owner, you can qualify as a veteran. If you've got an honorable or general discharge, if you've got a dishonorable discharge, then you will not qualify. Veteran-owned small business and also the service-disabled veteran-owned small business, you can actually obtain documentation at the VA through the same link. SDVOSB is a service-disabled veteran-owned small business, same link for the verification. EDWSB is the economically disadvantaged small business. EDWSB also gives you set-aside performance in opportunities. And the more set-aside you have, the more beneficial it is for the government to hire you. So to recap, these are the certifications, most of the certifications that are required in order to do business for the government, and the links to each database. For additional information, you can contact us at 727-678-3521, or you can email John Wayne at growmybusinessquick.com. I would suggest that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Right here, John Wayne Government Contracts. There's more videos and training on our channel, and we will be adding more videos and more training as we go along. You can also search Grow My Business Quick. And don't click the ads. There's a lot of people that run ads under that and also under my name because I'm kind of popular on YouTube. That's our website, growmybusinessquick.com. You can also join our LinkedIn. Got over 20,000 followers on LinkedIn, excuse me, and I have a ton of articles on here. If you like reading versus watching videos, you can go to my page, all activity, articles, and I literally have hundreds of articles about business related or government related things. The articles are short, sweet, and to the point. They're typically 3 to 5 minutes. I include humor in my articles, so they're fun. And there's literally hundreds of articles on there. So subscribe to us on LinkedIn as well. And also, if you use Facebook, we have a Grow My Business Quick page on Facebook as well. You can subscribe to. We have quick videos and articles there also. And that's it. Thanks for subscribing and liking and sharing and all that happy horse it. And let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to make a video on or an article on. And I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. John Wayne, signing off. The John Wayne Show.